If it's working, let us know. Okay, so first topic today is, of course, the Apple product launches. Okay, great, we're working. So of course, the first topic today is the launch of many new Apple products. So we've got the new MacBook Neo. What's this doing? We've got the new MacBook Neo, which is the cheapest MacBook that's ever been released, which does make a few compromises, but overall is a very solid laptop for the price. We've also got the iPhone 17e, which is pretty much just a spec bump. Yeah. Then there's also the new MacBook Pro with M5 Pro and M5 Max, the MacBook Air with M5, iPad Air with M4, and the new studio displays as well. Hold on, one of our screen capture is not working. So let's talk about the MacBook Neo, because this is the most interesting one. I thought they would probably name this laptop MacBook, like the previous low-end MacBooks. But wow, look at those colors that you can't see.
Neo is new, so they have to make it new.
Yeah.
Because they have to be better, you know? That's just how it works.
So yeah, it's got a 13-inch liquid retina display. So 4 colors, so silver, blue, pink, and a greeny yellow. We've also got
like chartreuse or something.
So we've also got, it has up to 16 hours of battery life on a single charge. No backlit keyboard, which is a deal breaker for some people. It also doesn't have a Force Touch trackpad. The trackpad actually moves, just like normal trackpads, although I think it can be clicked on from any spot, which is unlike most trackpads, but is not a haptic trackpad. The speakers are on the side. And then, of course, it comes with Apple Intelligence. It's got 8 GB of RAM. The base model, across all models, the base model comes with 256 GB of storage and no Touch ID. And what was I going to say? The next up model with the 512 GB of storage does have Touch ID. So there are, of course, a few compromises that have had to be made. It has 2 USB-C ports, one of which supports USB 3.0 speeds, the other 10 gigabits per second, and the other one supports only USB 2 speeds. It also supports one display out, up to 4K, so it doesn't even support the new studio displays, which are 5K. Yeah, I will just try and get this working. Would you like to respond to the chat?
Sure. So, where are you from? The South Island.
New Zealand.
Yeah. What do you study? Me? Geography?
And me, computer engineering.
Yeah.
Let's just try and get this screen capture working. Apologies, this is bugging out.
Especially when
I'm having a few issues with OBS on my Mac, but let's just
in front of people.
Hey, is this working?
Are you sure you want to remove me, Michael?
I guess we just don't have. Something's weird with the window manager. Anyway, So we won't be able to show this on screen, but you've probably seen it by now. It also has a headphone jack, unlike some laptops, surprisingly, that are non-Apple.
Yeah, I don't think mine does.
And in most places it comes with a 20-watt USB-C power adapter, USB-C charge cable, and of course the laptop itself. Yeah, so it looks to be a pretty good value offering. The A18 Pro, sorry, has single core performance pretty much on par with the M4. But multi-core performance is about that of the M1 processor. So you're not going to be getting top level performance, but for most people, this laptop will be great. I'm slightly concerned about the amount of RAM though, but considering that we're in the middle of a RAM shortage and RAM prices are going through the roof, the value proposition here isn't bad, at least for the RAM. But for the overall package, with 256 gigabytes of storage, a reasonably powerful processor, in fact, probably more powerful than you're going to get on a laptop at this price level. The battery life, the great display, the probably very good trackpad. I haven't actually seen one of these things yet because they haven't released. And then Magic Keyboard. They're solid keyboards. They're not the absolute best out there, but they're pretty dang good.
Everyone hates this. Look at what's on your screen right now.
There's a lot of backlash about this MacBook. There's a lot of backlash about it, but there shouldn't be. It is a solid overall package. That's the argument here. Yes, it might not have enough RAM to do lots of things, but that's not what this laptop's for. It's for people who browse the web, watch YouTube, use Office apps, and maybe it could do light video editing. And probably slightly more than that. I think I could edit a Computer Crunch video on this. And there's also a lot of comparisons between it and the 12-inch MacBook of 10 years ago. They are in completely different markets. The 12-inch MacBook was meant to be this really, really slim laptop to it was sort of meant to be a new MacBook Air sort of moment. But it had a really underpowered processor, and it was really expensive. And also had the butterfly keyboard, one USB-C port, and not great battery life. So this one is a budget laptop. It's not meant to be really slim. It does have great battery life. It's more powerful than any of the Intel MacBooks would have ever been. And yeah, it's very different. So I do see that you're saying that the Discord link is expired, so I will actually just pop that through the chat now. But it's a pretty cool announcement, and it'll bring a lot more people into the Apple ecosystem, which I think is their target here.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say about it?
Not really. All I'm gathering is that people just really hate this.
It's tech people that are not the target market of this, which is the problem with a lot of these like sort of budget announcements. People think that a lot of tech YouTubers go, they're bad unless it can do what I need to do. But the thing is, most people don't need to do that. Most people do web browsing, YouTube.
Not every single laptop has to be for.
So the argument that it's a bad laptop is not good.
Because people have uses for different things, like what they use their laptop for. Like some people might just be browsing, like you said, or some people just they might be editing.
Yeah. So the thing is, there's also other people saying that, oh, you can get a Windows laptop with more of this feature. Like, you could get a Windows laptop with more RAM. You could get a Windows laptop that has more storage. You can get a Windows laptop that has a better processor. But what you can't get is the overall package that's got the good build quality, that's got decent specs, that's got a solid keyboard, a solid display, especially the display. You're not going to get that sort of display in one of these, in another brand of laptop at this price. Yeah, I really wish I was still working at the tech store at the moment because it would be interesting to sort of be able to sell MacBooks to people who have a budget of around this sort of price. There's lots of people that I talked to when I was working there. I can't actually say the name of the tech store. At least I don't think I can. There were a lot of customers that were talking about, I'd really like to get a MacBook, but I just don't have the budget for it, so I'll have to settle for a Windows laptop. So I think this is a really good attempt from Apple to be able to try and get into this market. And there's also people saying Steve Jobs would never do this. He 100% would. He was the one that brought in the Mac Mini. Why is this not pasting?
I'll type it in.
I'm having a few issues with OBS here, so hopefully the broadcast
manually.
stays okay. Let's just go to here. Just a moment, people. Right, that's the Discord server link. It's in there.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, this is...
Finally.
Yeah, OBS is definitely having some issues.
Input delay.
The delay is not a problem, but... Yeah. Anyway, we should be fine at the moment. Whoa, that's 15 minutes on just one laptop. So yeah, if you have any like thoughts on this, pop it in the chat and we'll be happy to discuss them. So should we go to the other announcements? So of course there was the iPhone 17e, which has an upgraded chip to the A19. That's what we're up to. It's also got the C1X modem, which is quote up to 2 times faster than the C1 modem in the 16e. Up to 26 hours of video playback, and it's now got MagSafe. So yeah, that's the 17e. Then for the other Macs, the MacBook Air and the MacBook Pro. So the MacBook Air now comes with the M5. The MacBook Pro comes with the M5 Pro and M5 Max, along with the M5 now. So the MacBook Air has had a $100 price increase, but the base storage amount has been doubled to 512 gigabytes, and the MacBook Pro, the base storage has been doubled to 1 terabyte, and that price has increased somewhat significantly. But we didn't get an update to the Mac Mini, and nor did we get an update to the iMac, Mac Studio, or Mac Pro. The Mac Pro is still sitting on an M2 Ultra. So I'm really starting to wonder if they will ever update the Mac Pro. then I think the only other announcement was, I'll just find it, the new studio displays. So the Pro Display XDR has now been discontinued. It has been replaced by the Studio Display XDR, and there's also now a second generation Studio Display. So the second generation one uses the same 5K panel as the previous one. The XDR uses a mini LED 120Hz display that's color calibrated. I think both of them are calibrated. 2000 nits peak HDR brightness, and both of them now support daisy chaining as well, for the first time on an Apple display. And I think that's it for the Apple announcements. Your turn.
Yeah! This is gonna be the next episode. Okay.
Which topic?
I'll probably... Oh, not well. Villager. I might as well just do that one. Maybe.
Right.
I have to like read as I go. Real-time chat phrasing. So they're altering messages with AI.
That have banned words.
Yeah. Roblox is using to alter the content on the platform. So they're translating mean words into kind and safe words, basically, is what's happening.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the old filter system where if you said a swear word, they would tag it because, it's a swear word. There's kids on the platform.
Well, we have a bleep button for that.
We have that.
Yeah. That's why we have the bleep button.
Specifically for that moment.
They should just add that to Roblox.
They should add that. Instead of play it in-game, like the in-game audio.
Yeah.
Play that. Yeah.
Oh.
It's behind a paywall. We love news articles that
The
are behind a
Verge
paywall.
never used to be behind a paywall, and now it is. It's really
This
annoying.
is like the New York Times. So basically what we're
the fact
getting...
that we don't make any money from this podcast yet.
So basically what we're getting at is that Roblox is... So if someone said hurry TF up, they would change TF to be something like kid-friendly. Basically.
Hurry the Sigma up.
Sigma. Hurry up, friend.
They should ban brain rot words as well.
They should ban the word Sigma.
If they're going to do that, they should ban skibbity toilet.
They should
Sigma.
No, you can't ban Sigma. It's a Greek letter.
In non-mathematical topics.
Yeah, they should ban...
anything that uses a combination of these words. Skibbity, Sigma, Ohio, Riz, Alpha, Beta.
Phantom Tax is yacht. I don't know.
Our viewers just dropped.
As soon as we started listing brain rots, right?
Anyway,
I think that happened before the...
Yeah.
No, it was 3. What are you talking about?
It did go down.
It went down by 1.
Right, so let's, I think that's pretty much everything about that.
Yeah. I mean, we couldn't read anymore. It was behind a paywall.
Yeah. I think that goes on to my favourite announcement. This phone's old now. Nothing announced on Thursday, I think. Was it Thursday? Probably. The new phone 4A and 4A Pro. So the design on these, on the 4A is similar to...
It's behind a paywall!
You.
We love The Verge on the Computer Crunch Enterprises.
So right, we're just gonna go to Nothing's website.
It'd probably be right.
So pretty much, the 4A has this. I really wish I could show this on screen right now.
You just have to use your imagination for this one.
Just talk to the viewers a bit.
Okay,
I will
guys.
switch over to this computer.
Guys, this phone is pretty cool. It's his favorite phone, obviously, because he has it.
Well, I don't have this particular one.
Well, you have the brand of phone, like a brand of the phone, yeah.
I'll just switch over.
Phone of the brand, I mean.
And if you've watched my Nothing Phone review, then you will know that my experience with it has been pretty good, generally.
Oh,
Apologies for the disruption. This is annoying.
Plural.
I'm having to do this because of OBS issues.
Disruptions.
And then that goes, that stays. Hey. Right.
This is a video.
Video. Okay, so I should be able to show this on screen now.
I love Linux Mint.
You're kidding me. No way. Is this whole thing just like...
I think you broke it. Maybe.
Okay. I might do something very risky. In fact, no, that would be dumb.
You have to use
it just looks... Okay, so it looks like it's just not going to let us show anything on screen.
Hold on.
Yeah, apologies, but... So the Phone 4a has a new design. It's more colourful than previous Nothing phone models. Come on.
See, wait, is this it?
This has actually just like...
Why does their website have this weird overlay?
Okay, surely the inputs... Right, so the Phone 4...
That's it?
Yes.
Okay, wait.
Oh, I will just switch this over. Apologies to you viewers, we will be back on track in just a second. This is unprofessional, but we're back, right?
Guys, it looks like this. There you go. If you want to see it.
Yeah, so that's the Phone 4a. So it features a design that you'd probably expect from Nothing. There's an updated glyph matrix, but then if you scroll up, we can show. Hello there. We can show. Yep. So that's the Phone 4a Pro. So it's not transparent for most of it. It is an aluminium unibody design, which we have not seen from Nothing before. And this one has got the same sort of glyph matrix display as the Phone 3. So yes, we are covering tech news, and pretty much we're discussing it here. Yeah, just sort of giving our 2 cents worth. And then they also announced the Headphone A. Cue the image. This is so
It's so scuffed that I'm having to use my iPhone for this.
Blame macOS bugs at the moment.
Looks like that. If you want to see that.
So yeah, pretty much. So let's first look at the Phone 4a. If it'll let us go to it. Phone 4a. Okay, so if we look at the Phone 4a, let's look at the full spec sheet. Where is this? One thing I don't like about Nothing is their website. It's annoying to navigate.
I got that. This is a phone.
So it comes in white, black, blue, and pink. Storage and RAM capacities: 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigabytes of storage. 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage, and then 12 gigabytes of RAM, and also 256 gigabytes of storage.
Is that it?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that's the Pro.
That's the Pro. The 4A.
So in terms of the processor, it's got a Snapdragon 7S Gen 4. So that's just a generational update over
This was 4A.
the previous generation, which used a 7S Gen 3.
Hooray! Thank you.
Get a real job.
Thank you for these.
We're currently at university.
Thank you for
actually.
these kind words. We really appreciate it.
And if you were watching before, I worked at a tech store over the holidays. I would be working there now if it worked with my timetable. Then we've got, so that has LPDDR4X RAM, Qualcomm Adreno 810 GPU, and it's got a Hexagon NPU. That's just making me laugh. So in terms of cameras,
We've got some new messages. You got mail.
So in terms of cameras, we've got a resolution of 50 megapixels, f1.88 aperture.
This is a conversation in the chat right now.
1/1.57 inch sensor, with optical image stabilization, autofocus, image super resolution algorithm. What you'd mostly expect. Is this the 4A? The 4A also has a 50 megapixel periscope zoom camera, telephoto camera, with a f2.88 aperture, 1/2.75 inch sensor, also featuring optical image stabilization, autofocus, 3.5x optical zoom, 7x in sensor zoom, and 70x ultra zoom. Then the ultra-wide camera, they don't actually specify this on their website, but it is still an 8 megapixel ultra-wide camera. Not the best. The Nothing Phone 4 will not be coming this year. Nothing has already stated that they're not planning to make a flagship this year. They don't want to release something until it's actually ready for the market, rather than just releasing the same thing year on year.
This is Apple.
Then, so that's the ultra wide camera has got an f2.2 aperture, 1.4 quarter-inch sensor, and 120 degree of field of view. And then the front camera actually has, oh wait, no, for the 4A that's the same. So 32 megapixel resolution, same as last year, f2.2 aperture, 1/3.44 inches sensor, and an 89 degree field of view.
I'm still hallucinating it over getting a real job.
That's the first time I've seen that.
It's so good.
So it can do 4K video recording at 30 FPS. Wait, is that what mine can do? Is mine able to do... No, mine's 4K 30 as well. And 1080p up to 60 FPS. Slow-mo at 1080p, 120 FPS. And then time-lapse at 4K or 1080p. It's got a 6.78 inch AMOLED display, 10-bit color depth, max peak brightness of 4500 nits, and typical brightness of 800 nits with outdoor brightness of 1600 nits. At 120 hertz, the touch sampling rate is 2500 hertz. 5080 milliamp hour battery, except for in India where it's a 5400 milliamp hour battery.
Wait, why is that specifically?
I don't know. And a 50 watt charging speed with reverse wired charging for 7.5 watt. So this does not have Qi wireless charging. Oh, 10 viewers. Thanks for joining us if you're watching. And if you're not watching, well, you won't be seeing this anyway.
If you're not watching.
It's got dual stereo speakers. Great to see. Dual nano SIM. We have talked about the MacBook Neo. That was a bit earlier. So if you'd like to see that, you should just be able to go back to.
I think it just went down like 6 euros.
Oh well. And then it's got NFC, except in India. Strangely enough.
Why does it say that?
So it comes with Nothing OS 4.1, and it's going to get 3 years of Android updates, so version updates, and 6 years of security patches. It's starting to be a bit low on the years of Android updates side. 4 would be probably about what I would have expected. Yeah, so hopefully that's okay. And in the box, it comes with a case and a screen protector. Not a power brick, though. Interesting.
Good thing they give you a screen protector, I guess.
Wait, did I just see something about...
iPhones only do
What's
that. You have to buy it yourself. Did you know that?
Is the USB-C port USB 3? I didn't see. So yeah, that's the 4A. So let's go to the 4A Pro. So that's the one that's got the new build with the unibody aluminium design. And we're in New Zealand. It's aluminium, not aluminum. So in terms of the capacity options, so it's got the same RAM and storage capacity options as the standard 4A, so that's 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigabytes of storage, 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage, and 12 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage. This also comes with the screen protector and case in the box, although screen protector is pre-applied. It's got a slightly more powerful processor than the 3A Pro, than the 4A. So it's got a Snapdragon 7 Gen 4, which supports DDR5, LPDDR5X RAM, so that'll be a bit better. However, there is a downgrade in terms of the front camera. So this one only has a 32 megapixel front camera resolution compared to 50 megapixels last year. And the cameras seem to be pretty much the same. I'm not sure how they're getting 140x ultra zoom on this one. Interesting. And then the display looks to be slightly larger with a refresh rate of 144 Hz and peak brightness of 5000 nits. Typical brightness and outdoor brightness are the same. Same sort of battery capacity and charging. Yeah, and same software support as well. So I think that's it for the Nothing phones. They look to be a decent upgrade. And I'll just go back to this comment here. I hate Nothing on giving Snapdragon 7. Other competitors are on Snapdragon 8 series. The reason why I chose the 3A Pro over the competitors was one, software. The software on Nothing phones typically, sometimes there's bugs, but it's typically more stable and it's a lot less sluggish and a lot less bloated than most of the competitors. It also had I also like that nothing focuses on having a good telephoto camera rather than an ultra-wide camera, as someone who uses the telephoto camera a lot. So that was another big feature for me, having both a 50 megapixel main and 50 megapixel telephoto camera. And then I also like the design. That's it. But even though it's less powerful than what I might get on other phones around the same price, the user experience is better. And for most people, that's probably more important than just raw processing power. So that's why I made the decision to go for the 3A Pro last year. And yeah, I would, of course, still look at other phones and decide what is more important to you. If you need raw performance, like if you're gaming all the time, if you're a big mobile gamer, then sure, you'll want more performance. But nothing has a pretty good balance of different features. So you get the best of a lot of worlds. So that's what I can say on that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have anything to add. I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
It looks pretty solid.
I have nothing else to say. I use an iPhone. I don't know what I'm... Hello.
Hello. Welcome. If you've just joined us, this is the Tech Wrap-Up. So nothing's also released.
They've released audio.
The Headphone A, so it's got some different design cues to the Headphone 1. So there's not much I can... The main thing is the battery life. It is very long. Up to 5 days of battery life, like solidly on. So who's listening to 5 days solid on their headphones?
Not me. Five days is like a pretty freaking good amount. Mine lost quite a while. I'm not sure the exact amount because it varies quite frequently, but...
Yeah.
They're Bluetooth, by the way. And they're JBLs.
So the iPad Pro 11-inch has not been updated, but the iPad Air has. The iPad Pros have not been updated. Just responding to the chat. Once again, if you have any questions for us about anything or the topics that we're talking about, just feel free to ask in the chat.
Okay, that's actually makes us sound ourselves.
I think that brings that topic to an end. Yeah, we've only got through 3 topics, and it's 43 minutes at the moment. So, okay.
The choosing choice.
Make a choice of the.
Well, what ones have we done?
Okay, so we've done the Apple announcements, done the Nothing Phone 4A series, done the Roblox.
Okay. Should I do the AI one?
Sure.
Okay. AI generated Iran war videos to cash in. New tech to cash in because people need to make money all day, every day.
This is just disgusting, frankly.
What is?
Yeah,
so people are basically creating videos about the war that's happening in Iran to profit off of it because people just do that.
Yeah, it's.
You got a little question right there.
Which iPad is good for gaming, note-taking, camera-wise? Unless you're doing things like video editing on the iPad, then probably the iPad Air is probably the most solid all around. You've got a pretty up-to-date chip. which will be good for gaming. I think Apple Pencil Pro support as well. So note taking, it'll have a solid camera. It doesn't have the LiDAR sensor of the iPad Pro, but I think they use the same cameras. I think it's 12 megapixels. So no iPad has got a 48 megapixel sensor yet, I don't think. Yeah, and it's probably not worth spending the extra for the Pro, but I think it's more than the iPad Air. More than the standard iPad. Better. What's that? Oh dear. It's better for your use case by the looks of it to go for the iPad Air rather than the standard iPad. However, if you are on a tight budget, then go for the standard iPad. It'll still give you a good experience, just not as good for those things. Anyway.
I don't know everyone. Yeah, so, and don't worry, they're taking action against it, or at least Twitter is, so. Or X, if you want to call it.
Yeah, people shouldn't be. Like, people are dying from this war.
Yeah, war does
and
that.
then people are AI generating fake videos of a current event that to be able to make money off it. That is disgusting.
Featured more than 300 posts. Tens of thousands of times been shared. And see, you can have there's an image you can't see, but there's an image on the article on the BBC.
Wow, that looks like a pretty good price for the iPad Pro M3. Yeah, that's probably a good a solid model to go for. It will have less performance than the latest iPad Air, but I think it does have the two cameras, an ultra wide and the main one, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway,
overall, it's it's just really bad because people are dying and people are making money off of it.
Yeah, don't do what these people are doing.
Don't.
They're being a disgrace to humanity.
Quite frankly.
Yeah. And I won't hold back in saying that.
Is iPhone 15 Pro...
Is the iPhone 15 Pro still a good option in 2026? Was it 2 years old? If you can find... So an iPhone usually gets around 7 or 8 years of software updates. Normally the way I see it is if you... to see if you've got a good deal compared to like the latest iPhone 17 Pro, is like get the price of it, divide it by how many years left of its lifespan it's got, and then you'll see which is the best value per year. So if you do it on a per year basis, but the 15 Pro, depending on the price, would still be a good option. It'll still have solid performance. It's still going to last for another 6 years at least. Probably longer. Yeah, but I'd make the choice based on like the cost per year.
Which helps I was 16. So.
Yeah.
This is just the iPhone 16.
Anyway, I think that's it for that topic.
Disgusting topic.
Okay, what should I do?
Back to you.
Lenovo has released a laptop with LP cam upgradable RAM. So this is different to your normal DIMM style RAM modules.
Random access memory.
So it's got the Intel Core Ultra Series 3 processors. And yeah, so unlike we are from New Zealand. Jinx.
What the hell?
So
No, why is it?
So CAM compared to a normal DIMM style slot. So a DIMM style slot, the RAM sort of clicks into a socket, and then you push it down, and it clicks in, of course. Whereas CAM is sort of more like a CPU socket, where you put on top of the pins and sort of screw it into place. It's really hard to describe without having the photos. I'll just bring up.
I'll bring up the photos.
Apologies, we're having some technical difficulties with OBS.
It doesn't work.
It still hasn't been updated from last week. LP cam to memory. So it looks like this. So if we bring that up, it looks like that.
You were soon famous. Yeah, you were soon famous.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, we'll have to see. Although, according to a previous thing in the chat,
Nishal LMCX, thank you for the love.
We should get a real job. Apparently,
this is our job, though.
It's
talking about news on the in the interweb.
Okay, so this is more of a hobby for me. It's not a permanent sort of job thing. It's a hobby.
That person's your number 2 chatter.
Yeah. So and that's what the back of a cam stick looks like. Yeah, so it's quite different, and the reason why this exists is because it is lower profile. They get to save a few millimeters of space. In the laptop. Which is so it allows you to have upgradable RAM without sort of taking space that could be used by some other components. This is doing pretty well in terms of views. If you've just joined us, welcome to the Tech Wrap Up. Thanks for joining us. So yeah, unlike LPDDR5X, CAM is not soldered, so it can be upgraded. Yeah, that's the main thing about this laptop, although it looks pretty chunky compared to some of its competitors. Yeah, that's probably all I have to say about that. Your turn.
I think all the things left are like kind of tech things. Yeah.
Well, this is a console.
Okay, yeah, sure.
You were holding a game controller
in the thumbnail. Yeah.
We can't do clickbait, so.
Oh, it's the Verge. Okay.
There we go.
Problem solved. What did I just?
There's a way.
There's a way. There's always a way.
There's a way.
Please be inspect element. Oh, sick.
Right. So, have you heard of the Steam machine?
I've heard of Steam, but not the Steam machine.
It's Valve's console that's going to be running Linux. So SteamOS, their own
Valve hopes to
distribution
make this
of Linux
in early 2026, as you can see from here. Memory costs are going to skyrocket.
Already have.
Yeah.
Already have.
AI companies are taking over, basically.
Yeah, thanks AI companies.
Thank you, OpenAI. Thank you, Google. Thank you. I don't know who makes DeepSeek.
China.
Yeah, China, but like their long freaking company name. There's a RAM crisis apparently.
So yeah,
A
the
whole-
thing is,
a whole
Valve
lot
might.
of fumbles apparently.
The thing is, Valve might not be able to price the Steam machine where they want to price it because of the stupid RAM crisis. Thanks, AI companies
We love RAM.
that are allowing people to generate fake videos.
We love it when they generate video. No, okay, I shouldn't
We
say
don't.
that. Even if I'm joking, I shouldn't say that. That's
How
my
dare
bad.
you?
I'm sorry.
But pretty much, it's going to be a problem to be able to release this at the price they want, because they want it to be competitive with like the handhelds and also the PlayStation and Xbox. However, the PlayStation and Xbox will probably have much larger bulk orders of RAM, so they'll be getting it for a cheaper price for a while, and they won't need to up their prices for a while. That's pretty much what we can say on that.
Yeah.
And then the final topic, I think...
It's The Verge again.
Ha. Or not. Wait. So, the Mobile World Congress has been this weekend, I think. So Xiaomi has shown off its Xiaomi 17 and 17 Ultra phones. Pretty much it's just a mobile show. And Honor's released its new Magic V6 foldable. Vivo released the X300 Ultra flagship phone. And Lenovo is looking at doing a framework-like modular laptop. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
There's not much else to talk about.
That's not relevant. The Trump phone was a no-show.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the
They announced it like a year ago. It still hasn't been released. Politics aside, that shouldn't be happening.
Guys, the Trump phone is a new craze. They're putting keyboards on phones again? Whoa.
Yeah, BlackBerry tried that again, and
BlackBerry.
we wonder why it failed, and why are people still thinking that's a good idea?
I think that's low-key funny.
Yeah, I think that...
And there's like a circle thing. Like, go up. A circular phone. Is that
That's the camera module.
Why is the camera so large?
Have you seen this phone?
Yeah, but like it's not covering like half the phone.
It sort of is.
Sort of no, but like not to that extent.
And then
4 shades of nothing.
I think that's
Yeah.
pretty much it for
That's
the tech wrap up this week.
Woohoo.
So just before I wrap up this tech wrap up, if you have any more questions, just let us know now while I sort of do our outro bit. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this tech wrap up.
Yeah, me too.
You can do an outro.
Thanks for watching the tech wrap up. By us.
I said that.
Like, comment, and subscribe to Computer Crunch, which is where this channel is making this live stream.
Are you ready for the professional attempt? Right, here goes. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, share this video with your friends, comment, and subscribe. See you guys next time. We'll just wait a bit to see if anyone wants to say anything, or that will be it.
See, my outro, I don't. It's always inconsistent. That's why I fumbled so hard.
I've said it so many times that it's
I fumble. I say
Yeah.
something different every time every time I do an outro. It's never the same thing. But yeah, that's all we have time for on the channel.
I think that's it.
I think that might be it. If you're
Okay.
still in the stream, say I.
Okay. Well, we'll see you all next week then. Make sure to subscribe to
If you're in the chat
get the live
type letter
update,
I.
and yeah, see you next time.
If you're in the...
Bye.
Bye.
You're fading into the blurriness.
Oh wait.